What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to talk about AMC, GME as well as the overall broader market. After that, we're going to check the options flow for all three of them. So today AMC was down for 4.37% for the day. It had a high of $12.81. The average volume on AMC is around 49.40 million, but today's volume was around 36.05 million. The volume definitely pushed a little bit higher just on the news that the top hedge funds AQR is betting against AMC stock. Now this big hedge fund AQR is betting to the downside for the AMC Entertainment, and they have called out the apes openly on the Twitter that they can do whatever they want to do, but they're going to short the company down as much low as they can. And they have given an open challenge to the apes out there to do whatever they want to do, but they are establishing a short position in AMC, which actually sent the stock a slight bit higher initially in the morning, and after that we had a downtrend in it, but the volume is definitely gone up a slight bit. Just after that news, investors are interested in buying AMC. They are all happy to establish a long position in AMC because they are 100% confirmed there will be some sort of a uptrend coming. Now let's come over to the GameStop. Now GameStop was up for 2.57% for the day. It had a high of $143.99. Average volume on GameStop is around 4.53 million, but today's volume was around 1.67 million. The volume is definitely low in GameStop, but still the stock price went up just because the overall broader market is having some sort of a relief to the upside. Now let's come over to the SPY. Now the SPY was up for 0.98% for the day. It had a high of $378.83. Now today the market ended up on the green side. There is a lot of momentum coming into the market to the upside right now. But personally speaking, the VIX is not going down. VIX is holding up pretty tight, which is not at all a good indication for the overall broader market. Now, if we get some big red candles to the downside on the VIX, which is definitely going to indicate that we're going to have some sort of a solid uptrend coming into the overall broader market. Now let's look at the momentum that we had last time when we had a big sell off in the overall broader market, and then the VIX started going down. But these were pretty big candles coming to the downside, which was indicating that we are definitely going to the upside from here onwards. But when I look at the VIX right now, it's basically having a very small downside. This is very suspicious. It seems to be like the market is preparing for some sort of a big dump. That's why the VIX is just holding on towards pretty tight onto the top side, which is not at all a good sign for the overall broader market. These candles need to be a big ones, which is going to indicate that we might be going towards the downside aggressively on the VIX, and which will send the overall broader market to the upside. But right now, it's very suspicious. It's very tricky. There is no clear-cut indication right now coming out of the overall broader market and even the VIX. Now, tomorrow is Friday. We might experience a sell off, or we might have some sort of a green day coming into it. Now, the only thing that I would say, which is indicating a slight bit of hope, is the FANG stocks. Now, all these blue chip companies like Microsoft, Google, Meta, Apple, they were in green and they have recovered quite a bit and they are doing pretty well. We have seen Apple going down to almost $130. Now it has gone up almost $8 in price. Now, before we have any kind of a significant move to the upside, these are the stocks which start moving to the upside first. After that, it's followed by the overall broader market. Now, this sign indicates that we are heading towards the right side. Now, all these FANG stocks, blue chip companies are heading to the upside, which is an indicator for an relief rally might be coming soon into the overall broader market. But we never know. The VIX is not coming down at all. It indicates that it might have some sort of a aggressive momentum coming to the upside in it, which can send the overall broader market to the downtrend, or the market is waiting for a bigger dump from here onwards, which is not at all a good sign for any investors out there. But there is no significant news out there which can send the overall broader market to the downside. That's why all these stocks are heading to the upside. These big blue chip companies, Microsoft, Google, Apple, Facebook, these are all heading to the upside, which is a good sign for the overall broader market. Now let's go over to the options flow for the AMC. Now increase the premium to max and see what exactly the whales are doing. These are pretty mini whales and they are betting that the AMC is going to go down from here onwards. Now when I bring down the premium a little bit and see what exactly the mini retail is doing, majority of them are on to the upside. That's pretty surprising. The option flow has changed quite a bit and these individuals are betting towards the upside for the AMC. But there is still quite a lot of this $12 put option These individuals are buying and betting that the AMC will keep going down from here onwards. Now, when I bring down the premium a little bit more further and see what exactly the mini whales are doing, majority of them are on to the upside and they are all betting that the AMC will keep going up from here onwards. Rest, there was nothing majorly suspicious coming out of the options flow for the AMC. Now let's come over to the option for the GameStop. Now I've increased the premium to max and see what exactly the whale is doing. Now this $40 call option that came in, and this individual is giving 210 days expiration to this contract, and he's buying 180 contract and he's paying $1.8 million for it. That's a lot of money that he's betting for the upside for the stock. Now, when I bring down the premium and see exactly what the mini whales are doing up here, the majority of them are onto the downside and they are buying these put options, which indicate these individuals are having a pretty strong sentiment towards the downside for the GameStop. The rest, there was nothing majorly suspicious coming out of the options flow for the GameStop. Now let's come over to the options flow for the SPY. Now I've increased the premium to max and see what exactly the whales are doing in the SPY. Now these two whales that came in today and they were all betting towards the downside for the SPY, but these are not majorly suspicious options, I would say, and they are giving enough time to themselves as well. So there is nothing to be panicking about right now. And when I bring down the premium a little bit and see what exactly the mini whales are doing, majority of them again are onto the downside, but there were a lot of call buying that is happening on the SPY right now. And these individuals are extremely confident that we might experience some sort of a uptrend coming into the SPY from here onwards. Now, when I bring down the premium a little bit more further, and see what exactly the option flow is heading towards. Now there were these $360 put options that were coming in, and that is suspicious quite a bit because these individuals are betting a huge amount of money and they are betting that this SPY will keep going down from here onwards. And this 21 days expiration is super suspicious. They are not giving enough time to themselves and these are out of the money options and they are betting that the SPY will keep going down from here onwards. Now, when I bring down the premium a little bit more further and see what exactly the mini whales are doing, majority of them are onto the upside. That's pretty surprising. And these individuals are betting quite a bit of money to the upside and they are buying a lot of call options over here and they are betting that the SPY will go up from here onwards. Rest, we just have to wait and see how this is going to play out. Just in my personal opinion, there is nothing that is coming out of the charts of the SPY as well as the VIX which could give any kind of a clear indication which side the movement is going to come, is going to be to the downside or to the upside. These are the very tough market that we are in right now. It's very hard to have even a probability where the market is going to head from here onwards. The VIX is holding very well. That means there is a chance of a bigger dump coming into the overall broader market from here onwards, but that doesn't mean that there won't be any upside coming into the SPY. So there is nothing clear cut coming out of the options flow even from the charts. We just have to wait it out. So thanks for watching my video. Please like and subscribe my channel and I'm going to see you in the next one. Cheers.